Hey, I think we're going live. We've got half an hour, folks. Oh my god, I never thought this day would come. It's taken far too long. I've waited far too long. And oh my god, less than an hour, guys. Oh, Tesla's live on their YouTube channel. That's cool. Is this like a. Oh man. Oh, they've got more B roll. I'll have so much more B roll to choose from. Thank goodness. They are live on their channel, but the event has not officially started yet. Keep in mind, guys, Tesla does have a pretty regular track record of being late to things. So don't be entirely surprised if it's 1:30 and the event hasn't technically began. But it's an exciting day. It's a big day for Tesla. I'm very excited to watch it. I will not be showing the event on my stream, but I will be watching it. And I will be doing a recap of it once it completes. But yeah, I mean, we've got the annual shareholder meeting first, so it's important to remember that there's technically two events taking place today, just back to back. And I'm, yes, double checking and watching the event on my phone just to make sure if something starts prematurely before they announce. So for those who don't know, who are just turning in, the event starts at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, which is in 28 minutes from now. And it appears they are streaming it on their YouTube channel. So you can watch it on YouTube if you would like. And there are a few other channels that are actually restreaming it, but I've dealt with so many copyright strike issues on my EV channel, I'm not going to mess around with it. I know for a fact that you can have some kind of weird mess ups if someone else claims that they own the content, even if Tesla owns the content. So I'm not messing around with that. But I'm excited because we got some tweets from Elon about it, basically explaining, I hate to say it, but I think we know a lot about what's going to happen at today's event, so I'll recap it for you. This stream could age horribly. I'm completely aware of that. But I'm just excited for it because this could be our last Tesla event in a long, long time, you guys. I mean, there's no product unveilings planned as dedicated events for the foreseeable future. I'm really hoping we get a Plaid Model S today. That would be awesome. It's not confirmed to be happening, but I hope it does. That would be awesome if it did. And I'm pretty sure, based on what Elon tweeted last night, saying that essentially what we're going to unveil won't see mass, like, scaled production until 2022, and it's primarily going to impact the Roadster, the Semi, and the Cybertruck, so basically future generation products. And he also didn't want people to freak out because he said that they're going to continue scaling battery production with the suppliers of batteries they're already working with. In fact, they're going to be asking for more batteries out of LG Chem, CATL, basically everyone they've partnered with on producing batteries for their own cars. So I think what that means is that nothing announced today is going to be effective immediate. Like, they're not going to announce game-changing range or game-changing prices to their vehicles right now, this day. What they're basically going to announce is a roadmap, a projection of here's how we're going to scale battery production and build more and more and more cars. So hopefully we see a redesigned Model S. Again, that's just a rumor. It's just a theory. It's not confirmed. I'm not able to pull up the link to the stream and paste it in the chat right now, but it's not hard to find if you just look up Tesla YouTube channel. They're live right now. It's just B-roll. It's not officially started yet. It doesn't start for another 25 minutes. So game-changing in 1 to 2 years. I think the roadmap is the biggest difference. It's like you're going to be seeing Tesla do a prototype facility, basically, with the Cato Road facility, which we're pretty sure is for battery production. So there's a chance that these next-generation cells, the one that electric leaked, the ones that look like soda cans, that are going to be a tabless electrode with very little degradation over time and very high energy density, and they're going to be built directly into the pack, bypassing the module process, which means that basically they'll be able to build high energy density battery packs for the vehicles at a cost-effective manner that doesn't age horribly. And they're going to start off, maybe, the rumor is they're going to start off with the Plaid Model S, which is a low-volume vehicle, and that's what the Cato Road facility is for. And they did say at this event they would tour their battery cell production line, so showcase, hey, here's how we're building the batteries, here's how it's simplified. Wouldn't expect to see too much news about Autopilot, Milkman Gaming, just because This is annual shareholder meeting where a bunch of people are going to ask questions, kind of similar to an earnings call. And a lot of the time, the people that ask questions, they're kind of dumb. They're not very useful. Sometimes you get good questions, but a lot of the times you hear a bunch of people ask stuff that doesn't matter, doesn't make a difference, and you're like, why are we asking this? So I expect that to happen because at least the first hour of this event will just be the annual shareholder meeting, and they don't talk too much about batteries and how they're scaling them. So probably don't expect the real information to drop within the first hour. Also, important thing to remember, these things can take a long time. They're not exactly the same as something like an Apple event where it's heavily edited and there's lots of commercials in the middle. Investor Day does mean just that it's for the investor. It's not necessarily for the average everyday consumer. And the reason I say that is I'm not streaming my reaction to this event because I don't think my reaction will be very interesting. I'll do a recap edited video after, but and I'll be watching it, but these events are not as flashy or as hyped up. They're not edited super well. I just remember watching Autonomy Day last year. That went for like 3 hours. It was a 3-hour event, and there were a lot of questions, and there were a lot of just really, really nitty gritty details talking about, okay, here's our driver, here's how we built this process. Like 30 minutes of the Autonomy Day event could have been summarized just as we're building our own chip now and it's better. But they went into all the little details on the full self-driving chip, and I expect them to probably be doing something similar with the batteries that they're going to be announcing today, which means that if you can't watch this event live, Autonomy Day was awesome. We learned a lot from it. I'm just saying that the day-to-day watching it through in live real time, it's kind of slow. You're not getting bombarded with information very quickly. Well, you're getting bombarded with a bunch of nitty-gritty information that at the end of the day probably you won't need to know. My point is the recap videos you get from Battery Day are going to be pretty much just as informative as Battery Day itself. There's typically at Tesla events a lot of fluff, a lot of things that don't necessarily have to be there, but sometimes they're just trying to prove to their investors we're experts in this field, we know what we're talking about, and sometimes that involves getting into it. It'll feel more like a class lecture than it will a movie trailer, okay? Because I know just from live streaming a lot and doing live reactions in the past, sometimes people want answers and they want exciting new things to talk about right this second. And when you're watching an event that's been hyped up for a long time, oftentimes it'll feel like 5 to 10 minutes goes on for ages because you're like, I don't care about this. I don't care about this. Why don't they talk about this? So yeah, there's probably going to be a lot of fluff, but still, it's a big day for Tesla, and a lot of roadmap projection is going to be talked about at this event. And I do agree with what others have been saying that this new battery cell that Tesla is going to be building will be built in scale at Giga Texas, not so much at Fremont. I think most of the cars coming out of Fremont are either going to rely on the Kato Road facility or Giga Nevada and LG Chem. So I don't expect a lot of batteries to change with the Model 3 and Y in the short term at least. I think most of what they're talking about today is going to impact directly. Here's how the Tesla Semi can achieve its range. Here's how the Cybertruck can achieve its range for the price point that we promised. And it has a lot to do with how we're going to scale production of these Roadrunner cells. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about, but a lot that probably will go over a lot of people's heads. I put my life savings in Tesla. Am I dumb? I mean, I don't think you're necessarily dumb, but hopefully you have some type of active, immediate income to live off of. If you're going to put all of your money in Tesla stock, then prepare to hold it for a long time. Because the truth is, Tesla stock in the long haul, I'm very confident it will go really, really high. It'll skyrocket. In the short term, it's pretty volatile. One day it'll take off like a rocket. Other days it will sink like a rock. So if you're putting all your life savings there and hoping that will pay for your monthly expenses, probably not a good idea. But if you're just playing the long game and you're going to hold on to that stock for 10, 20 years, then probably not that dumb, because in the long haul, I think it's very likely Tesla stock is going to have an incredible return over the course of years, maybe not over the course of a few days or a few weeks, because Cybertruck was a big deal, and I think that positions Tesla to be in the lead for a long time. However, immediately after the Cybertruck event, the stock didn't take off. It kind of sank really fast because the market oftentimes doesn't really know what they're looking at, and they're not exactly sure how to interpret Tesla's announcements. So when you see the Cybertruck get unveiled and then the stock tanks, it doesn't mean the Cybertruck is bad. It just means that a lot of the market doesn't really understand the first immediate impression, and they don't really understand what's being presented, so they will oftentimes sell. So you could see a very bizarre response of the stock market after Battery Day, dependent on how today goes, what they announce, how immediate are these announcements, and how long term are these announcements. That could impact the stock price heavily. So the event, just as a reminder, is in 17 minutes. It's on Tesla's YouTube channel or their website. You can watch it however you want to. You're on YouTube right now, but all you got to do is search Tesla channel on YouTube, and it's live. It's public for everybody to tune into. I've got it on my phone here, just to make sure that they don't start prematurely. Most of the Elon events I've seen have been late, so I wouldn't be entirely shocked if they don't start exactly at 1:30. We'll see. Stocks could be huge after today, but we don't know for sure. As an investor, I'm excited about Battery Day, but honestly, as a customer, I'm even more excited on what they're going to put out. Me too, big time. I'm very excited to see how, in my opinion, the three most exciting vehicles that have yet to be on the road, the Semi, the Roadster, the Cybertruck, sounds like Elon saying that's going to be the primary focus of these new cells they're developing. And those are, in my opinion, some of the most exciting products they've announced, and they're not out yet. So I hope they can talk more about them and get into more detail. And yes, I will recap the video after the fact. Unreal Cousins, thank you for the $2 super chat. Appreciate that. Solar panels on the Cybertruck may be possible. Just depends how much the option is and if the extra range is worth it. Yeah, worth is subjective. It depends on the person and their use cases. I mean, it's possible that solar could be really, really expensive and not worth it to most people. But the truth is, if you're the type of person who plans on being outdoors or away from chargers or be out in the field or go off-roading or camping for long periods of time, even if solar is really expensive, the fact that you can charge anywhere that there's sun would still be, in my opinion, a win. Even if it was expensive, it could be a big deal breaker for people. So in certain aspects, yeah, if you're at home and you're able to charge pretty much every day of the year at your garage, solar probably not going to make that big a difference. But if you're the type of person that'll leave your truck out somewhere, go camping with it, and be detached from the grid for long periods of time, then yeah, having solar is a huge deal. That's going to make a big impact. I like your show because you're the least pretentious reporter on Tesla News, willing to speculate, but you admit when you're wrong. Cheers. Thank you. Appreciate that. I am wrong a lot. I will admit it a lot because I would look like an idiot if I didn't admit I was wrong. No, I'm not getting a Tesla anytime soon. Sadly, I do have I do have my little Hot Wheels Model S that stays on my desk. So I technically own... No, I don't. I just don't drive much at all. I think me and my wife calculated recently how often we drive and what our daily average is, and it's less than 10 miles a day. So we barely drive at all. It really doesn't make much sense for us right now to spend that much money on a car. And also, Battery Day's announcing these new cells, which I'm really excited about. If anything, now's a good time to not buy a Tesla and figure out, okay, what's coming out in the future and what prices are we going to get on future vehicles and how future Teslas are going to get cheaper, have better range, less degradation. If anything, the longer you can wait, the better product you're going to get at this point. So I'm not really in a rush. I don't really have plans on buying one anytime soon just because we drive so little. Me and my wife, we both work from home. And the only times we do drive, it's typically to visit family who are recently moving away in the next couple weeks. So now that they're being moved away, our daily average is just going to go down even further, probably to around 5 miles a day on average or something like that. But either way, I'm excited because I'm a fan of the company. I'm a fan of the vision. I love the products. And I'm a fan of the community. So I'm just pumped to see this event and feel all the announcements we're going to get today and try to find my best way of condensing it down into an effective recap video. I wish they'd offer something where you can pay to upgrade your battery. My Standard Range Plus is not it. Wish I had gone for the long range, but for me it was either Performance or Standard Range Plus, and the speed wasn't practical. Really? Why'd you have to be Performance or Standard Range Plus? I don't know. But in time, I believe when the batteries degrade, they'll be able to swap them out with new ones. but not right now. They're not able to produce batteries fast enough to the point that they can allow just anyone to buy new ones. But yeah, that would be great. I agree. In time. Would you buy a Tesla if they made a Tesla under 250 miles for the city car, European car? No, it really has nothing to do. I think they're priced fairly, and I think the range on them is great. Standard range, not even standard range plus, just regular standard range Model 3 would be plenty for me. It's just I'm at an age where I'm barely driving, and that's a lot of money. Even the cheap Teslas, it's a lot of money to dump on something that's going to depreciate over time. And originally I thought maybe I should get one for the channel, but the truth is the channel's been doing great. You guys have been watching and supporting me, and I really, really appreciate all of you for doing that. And the channel's been doing great without one. So I can't really make a great case that the channel needs one because just I think more people are interested in the news, and not necessarily in subscriber counts, but looking at Tailosive EV's viewership and how much people are watching per day and the number of minutes watched and the number of views I get per day compared to channels that buy Teslas and get them day one and talk about them and do the review. Tailosive EV is actually outperforming a lot of channels with Tesla. So I don't really see it as a crucial thing for the channel. One day, obviously, I would love to get one, but it's very expensive. So if you're willing to buy me one, let me know. But I don't think so. Friend of mine sold his Tesla stocks right before battery day. Such a stupid decision. I don't know. We'll see. The market reacts weird, guys. It reacts quite bizarrely. You know, sometimes Tesla will announce something that I think is a big deal, and then I'll see the stock tank right after. I don't know. It can behave a little bit weird. In the long run, yes, I would recommend holding. You got people like me and Randy to help out with physical product videos. Yes, shout out to Mike in the chat, who is the guy I met up with to do my Model Y impressions video. Other funny thing, I loved driving around the Model Y. I loved getting to meet Mike. That was awesome. It was super fun. But that video performed about as well as all my other videos for the most part. It may have done a little bit better than average, but my point is my best performing videos on Tesla have nothing to do with me owning one or having one or doing an impressions video. So all of my best performing Tesla videos have been about Tesla but not with Tesla. So that's why I don't see it as a crucial thing, because I got my whole life to buy my dream car. But I've only got a certain amount of time in my younger years to invest in the stock market and have my money work for me and accumulate. You know, I want to be able to comfortably buy a Tesla, not sink my life savings into one. Anyway, delivery for Model 3 is pushed to 6 to 10 weeks. Do you think that is because of Battery Investor Day implementation after? I don't know. It's not guaranteed. I mean, Elon is saying that a lot of the stuff they're announcing today is mostly about future products like the Semi and the Roadster and the Cybertruck, but man, Plaid Model S, it's time. It's time. Bernard, says the Unreal Cousins. Thank you for the super chat. Hoping Cybertruck gets a price drop? I doubt that. It's already so incredibly cheap. Do you think the stock will increase? I genuinely do not know. One part of me says, yeah, of course, because Tesla's going to announce all these game-changing stuff and everyone's going to realize how smart they are and everyone will buy the stock after the fact. But at the other hand, I've seen Tesla announce amazing things and the stock drop immediately after just because people think, oh, that's it? That's all Battery Day was? It wasn't as exciting and it wasn't that big as I thought it was. So maybe this is an all-time high, so I'm going to sell my stock, just like, excuse me, people were referencing in the chat earlier. The market can react in very weird ways. Nothing is 100% guaranteed. If it drops, I'll be confused. If it goes up, I'll totally get it. But I won't be surprised either way. Let's see. Model S, one more thing. That would be nice. I agree. Model 3 was 5 to 8 weeks earlier this morning. It does vary a lot based on where you are. So that's not a for sure thing to base your predictions off of. But yeah. Hey, there's Nick in the chat. Model X refresh or just battery upgrade? I haven't heard anyone talking about a Model X refresh. If there's any type of product unveiling today, I imagine it would be the Model S Plaid. So that's the only one I would say have somewhat of an expectation for, but that's not even confirmed. They might not unveil anything today. It's very possible. It could just be an investor day. Just like Autonomy Day, they didn't really announce any new products there. The new batteries are rumored to be made at the same Austin facility, so that'd be a huge cost savings. Yeah, I think Investor Day is more about long-term, like here's what we're planning in the long haul. Not so much we're implementing this new battery cell right now, today. I don't think it's that easy. No, I will not. Just as a reminder to those joining in, thank you everyone for tuning in, by the way. I will not be streaming my reaction to the event just because these events typically go a lot slower and there's not as many wow, oh my God moments. But they are very informative, so you kind of have to just sit down, take notes, and get into the nitty gritty details. But this is just my final hype stream, final predictions, final recap before the event begins. I will do a recap video after the event takes place, but just because I don't want to mess around with copyright strikes, I've dealt with so many this year. I don't want to stream the event on screen or anything, and I don't think just my face would be that interesting in the first place. So this is it. We're just going to stream for the next 9 minutes or so, and then the event should officially start. Again, it's on their YouTube channel or their website. Ooh, they got a cool little countdown, I think. Or did I click on something else? No, I clicked on something else. Sorry. I think it was Solving the Money Problems live stream. But yeah, they're live on their YouTube channel right now in case you want to get it loaded up. I think the Cybertruck is affordable only because of what they're announcing for Battery Day. They're anticipating what the battery cost will be in 2022 when they go into full production. Nyla created, I completely agree with you. I think that there are certain breakthroughs with energy density and cost per kilowatt hour that they have to reach in order for the Cybertruck to be possible. Same with the Tesla Semi, charging $200,000 for a semi truck that can haul a bunch of stuff for 500, 600 miles. Yeah, you're going to need a certain amount of breakthrough when it comes to battery chemistry to get to that point. So I couldn't bring myself to sell a share today despite it being smart. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's too smart to sell shares today. I think long haul, the smartest thing to do is just hold on. Hold on to the stocks. You think we'll hear something about the Model Y rear-wheel drive? Maybe. I don't think that's the main focus. It starts in 7 minutes on Tesla's YouTube channel. Do you think they're going to change the Cybertruck steering wheel? For production, they actually have to. The steering wheel that they put on the Cybertruck prototype at the event is not legal. They're not allowed to sell it like that. So they do have to change that. When are robotaxis coming? Man, part of me says never. Sometimes there's certain situations where I drive around and I'm just like, I cannot even fathom how a computer could handle this. Wouldn't today be a good day to buy rather than sell? Yeah, I mean, it depends on your perspective of the company, but in certain aspects, yeah, you could probably argue. If the stock tanks after today because it wasn't as exciting as people wanted, then yeah. Do you think we will get any new info on the compact Tesla? I wouldn't count on it. I don't think that's their main focus right now. Anytime we ask about upcoming products with Elon, it's pretty much just him saying, we want to scale production of our currently announced products first. So basically saying, we don't want to unveil or show new products until we can actually bring to market the Tesla Semi, the Roadster, and the Cybertruck. Once those are out, then we can start talking about doing more cars. But for now, let's just focus on what we've announced and bringing those to the market, which I think is a good thing because we're getting way, way, way too many automakers right now announcing EVs that are coming someday, but they're all just prototypes and they haven't built them yet. And, it's just for the sake of hype. See, we can make an electric car. We need more companies mass producing electric cars, not so much announcing electric cars. So, what do you think about the enhanced autopilot upgrade for $4,000? I think that was a great move. For someone who doesn't really have that robo-taxi belief or doesn't really see how full self-driving constitutes an $8,000 price tag, providing a $4,000 software package that gives you only features that are available today, I would say that's a good idea. I would say a lot of people would probably buy that, and being able to sell a software package that's more complete and not saying, this is beta and one day it'll drive itself. Instead, just being like, nope, spend $4,000, get exactly what is finished, navigate on autopilot, summon. I guess some of them are somewhat in beta, but for the most part, yeah, more options is good. I would be in favor if they let you buy individual full self-driving features for $1,000 or $2,000. It's like, what if you just want navigate on autopilot but nothing else? Okay, that's just $2,000. Or what if you just want smart summon? Okay, that's $1,000. Just like, just little pick and choose which modes you want for a few software packs. I'd be fine with that. More options are great. Will the Cybertruck have mirrors, or will the cameras be legal by the time it releases? Well, I'm not from the future, so I'm not able to exactly know how they'll change the law. My prediction is they're going to have to add mirrors. The user, the customer, is allowed to remove them and drive it around. That's legal, but Tesla the maker of the vehicle, cannot sell the Cybertruck without side view mirrors at this time. If the law changes, they could get away with it, but at this point, I don't think the law is going to change. I think that they're going to continue to... Tesla will have to come up with some kind of side view mirror. And it'll look weird, I know, it'll look bizarre, but maybe Tesla will make it really easy to remove those side view mirrors, which is legal. You can take the mirrors off your car. I would love to talk more about Trevor Milton and Nikola, guys, but the event's going to start soon, so I guess I wanted to focus a bit more on Tesla. I love how much B-roll they got. There's so many cool shots of the Tesla Semi going on in their live stream. If you want to leave now, I totally get it. But yeah, obviously, I don't think it's a good look for Nikola, for the founder, to 1 week tweet, cowards run, only heroes stay and fight and defend themselves, and then he leaves the company in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not good. Nikola's not looking very good right now. Whatever you're doing, don't buy Nikola stock. Please do not buy Nikola. Do you think the Model 3 will get a better battery today? I've been hearing rumors that LG Chem wants to increase energy density over the next few years, so it's possible they will do that today, but I think the primary focus will be Tesla's new cell, so I won't say count on it. But yeah, get your drinks or go to the bathroom right now, guys, because the event's going to start 3 minutes on Tesla's YouTube channel. Hey, Sam. Loves the channel. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate that. Will there be an iOS Tesla? No. I don't think so. Tesla makes their own software. They don't need Apple's help. I think they announced a new Model S with 2,000 miles. Yeah, no, that's not happening. There might be a new Model S, though. With the new batteries, do you think Tesla will copy Lucid? If they... Yeah, he did say the Plaid Model S would have a larger battery pack. So if they're using higher energy density at a lower weight, it's possible the Model S Plaid could come up against the pricing of the Lucid Air. Possible. Not 100% confirmed to happen, but it could. I'm really excited, though. No, I'm not playing the event on this stream. I'm going to wrap up this stream in just a couple minutes here, so if you guys want to go pull up Tesla's stream, go ahead. It should be starting very shortly. Right now, it's just B-roll, and just as a reminder, yes, I'm watching the event, I'm taking notes, probably tweet during it a few times, and I will do a recap video after. But it'll take a long time. What are you personally most excited about? Probably Plaid Model S, dude. I'm really, really pumped to see a new Tesla design on the Model S and what kind of range and performance it gets. I don't even know if that's coming out today, but if it is, I think that will be the star of the show. Second, if that's not coming out today, the new battery cells are pretty awesome too. If they're able to make really cost-effective battery packs. Alex Diaz, thank you for the super chat, says you should come to Austin and I'll take you on a tour of Apple campus and Tesla's new dirt plot. That does sound fun. We should wait till the world's more back to normal and we don't have to worry about COVID as much. But yeah, that does sound fun. I would love to. Do you think they will unveil car-to-grid? Ooh, yes, I hope they talk about that. That would be awesome. We need more vehicle-to-grid talk. He did have that massive payment package in a few years. He's been lying for years. So this, what? I don't know what you're referring to. Let's see. We need all companies switching to EV. We need more EVs. Would you ball on a budget and buy a $35K Model 3? There's just not much... I wouldn't get much use out of it, to be honest with you. I'm driving less than 5 miles a day. So, no, I'm not streaming my reaction because this is going to be very informative, very just by the numbers, like a lot of announcements, but not so much like, whoa, there's a Cybertruck coming out on stage. Not that type of announcement. But guys, it's officially time for the event to begin. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate the super chats. Go check out Tesla's YouTube channel right now. Paste it in the link if you know where it is. Paste it in the chat if you know where it is. But I'll be watching, and I will see you guys after. Take care, everyone.